welcome back to Israeli Game Summit, Israeli Mobile Summit. So there is one company that is putting a lot of focus on supporting the Israeli game market. They are also platinum sponsors of the summit. So let's spread our wings, tweet as loud as we can, and fly towards our next topic: why Twitter, why now, why now? Presented by sorry, Neta and Ilan from Twitter. Hi guys.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, yeah, for midday for some of us. How are you guys?
We're good. In Ireland, it's still morning.
Oh, so sorry, where?
We are based in Dublin, in Ireland.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, definitely want to visit it at some point. So I guess you have a lot of news to share with us to talk about why you focus on the Israel market and why Twitter, why now. I'll pass it over to you and have a nice topic. Have a nice speech.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Neta. I'm a sales manager on Twitter and just hit level 796 on King's Candy Crush Soda, FYI. Myself and Ilan is a client partner for gaming and tech. We are part of a larger team that's supporting the Israeli advertising using Twitter to drive results. In Twitter's 15 short years, we never had more conviction in our strategy to grow your business. So today we are going to walk you through, today we're going to walk you through how we're expanding our ability to serve you and millions of brands and the small businesses that have organic and paid presence on Twitter. We'll answer the questions, as you saw, why Twitter and why now, in 4 parts. So first, our innovation story. A product innovation pipeline that's transforming content relevancy, pioneering conversation formats, and protecting the health of people and brands. Twitter audience, this is our superpower, the value of reaching and engaging with our fast-growing, influential, and passionate communities. Our full funnel solution, rapid advancement to our full funnel solution, where we're seeing more advertising driving results across mid and lower funnel objectives each quarter. And of course, when to activate. So the power of launching something new and connecting with what's happening on Twitter. First, a quick refresher. Twitter is what's happening and what people are talking about right now. We're the undisputed home for breaking news and real-time public conversation for sports, music, entertainment, technology, gaming, business, seismic culture shifts, and much more. The speed, variety, and depth of conversation on Twitter give us an outsized advantage in helping customers around the world to break through with their launch offering and build cultural relevance. And we're getting even better, by the way. So let's start with innovation. Conversations start with the people on Twitter, and we know how important this audience are to growing your business. So to improve the Twitter user experience, grow our audience, and build the signals required to strengthen our full funnel advertising solution, we focused on our innovation in 3 key areas. You might heard about it in the press, you might be a very savvy Twitter user, but those are big topics and interests: conversation and trust and health. We made it far easier to discover, follow, engage with the interest, with what interests our audience, with 3 new features, which will be topics, communities, and enhanced list. They are providing more relevant context experience by matching needs, interests, passions through improved machine learning. In turn, these features are creating stronger signals, further enhancing our first-party data for ad targeting. Speaking of scale, in order to serve a truly global conversation, we need to expand access to everyone. This means offering people more ways they can participate in the conversation beyond 280 characters. Our conversation strategy had 3 parts: creating new use cases conversation on the service, such as unparalleled audio content with Twitter Spaces, rethinking incentives on the platform, and driving only on Twitter insights from the public conversation. Now, it's important to emphasize Twitter is a safe place where brands can grow. Over the past 3 years, we made this our company #1 priority to ensure we are meeting the needs of both consumers and customers, and that include 1, product that protect, 2, policies that lead, and then partnership that drive industry-wide changes. Okay, but our superpower has always been our active, leaned-in audience. And today, it's even more valuable to our customers, thanks to 3 key strengths: growth, influence, and community. So let's start with growth. User growth is a strong indicator of platform relevance in the broader media landscape. In the past 2 years, we have tripled, okay, our growth of monetizable daily active users, which is amazing, by the way. So our product enhancements are helping connect with our audience and customers to a wider gauge of topics and interests. Historically, and I know this is a big assumption in Israel too, people assumed we are centers around news and politics. Yet, listen to this, these topics represent only 20% of tweets volume this year, whereas 80% of the conversation is actually what people is passionate about, such as gaming, lifestyle, music, movies, TV, and sports, and many other cultural events. So Twitter continue to attract an influence audience across key demographics around those conversations. For example, more than 52% of the tweets came this year from Gen Z, and they'll continue to be a primary focus for our growth strategy through innovative new formats like Spaces. So yes, our audience come to Twitter hungry for information and connection to the world around them. And together they make and shape movements, memes, and conversation that drives the news and culture. You've probably seen in the past few years, Me Too started on Twitter, Black Lives Matter started on Twitter. We like to say that while users and other platforms have the look at me attitude, people on Twitter say, look at this, or did you hear? So a bit different state of mind. For example, we tracked a press article mentioned for major events and occasion that are important to our consumer, and found that Twitter drives disproportionately high media coverage than competitor platform. From family occasion like Christmas now to major sporting and entertainment moment, this influence has power implication for our advertisers. So with the fast growing influential audience, we continue to drive strong results for our customers. That can be from awareness through engagement and driving ROI. So if earlier we previewed our community products, let's talk a bit more about the powerful ways people organize on Twitter. Our audience is always hungry for more. And as we give them more ways to discover relevant content, we're seeing growth in a variety of communities that matter to our customers. From finance Twitter, to music Twitter, to gaming Twitter, to beauty Twitter, this passionate real-time conversation enable you to understand, engage, and drive action around what your audience cares about right now. So actually, I'm gonna hand it out to Ilan to talk more about #gaming Twitter. Ilan.
So thank you, Neta, and hi everyone. My name is Ilan, and I'm Twitter's client partner for the tech, mobile, and gaming industry in Israel. And I'm a gamer. Well, I might be the classic gaming geek, starting from strategy and shooters. We all know that gamers now come in all shapes and sizes, ages, playing different games for different motivation. Like it could be a CEO studying a quick game between her meetings. It could be a bunch of students, you know, watching their favorite streamer and then playing all together throughout the night. And it could be my father-in-law preparing his orc army for a massive joint raid. But no matter who they are, Twitter is the place where they come to connect. And according to our study, 89% of gamers agree that being on Twitter helps them, connect with the gaming content that they really, really like. And if you ask yourself, how big is the conversation? It's huge, because over the past year, we had more than 91 million unique gaming authors on Twitter. And this means that every second, there are 70 new tweets about gaming on Twitter. And if we look at videos, it's more important than ever, and it's growing big. More than 12 billion video views for esports and gaming content on Twitter. This is huge. And this conversation is global. If you look at the 10 largest countries that hold gaming conversation on Twitter, let's take US, for example. 80% of US gaming audience play mobile game. 81% told us in our survey that they will engage with gaming brands on Twitter. In Japan, 1 in 2 Twitter users is a mobile gamer, and 77% of them comes to Twitter daily. In 2021, we helped a couple of the top gaming brands from Israel to launch their games in Japan with a really successful move. Neta actually talked about how audience comes to Twitter for big events. Well, gamers are on Twitter all the time. 6 million tweets a day, that's more than NBA and NFL combined. And as you can see, that this conversation is widely diverse, coming from global audience. And this amazing audience doesn't come by chance. Almost 60% of Twitter gaming audience comes to the platform at least once a day. And this means that you have a lot more opportunities to engage with the audience that matters to you. Well, a lot of people look at Twitter as a social network. For me, Twitter has been always a discovery platform. This is the same for our gamers. They come to Twitter to actually keep up with gaming news, trends, and talk with the favorite brands and personalities. So this has a deeper connection to the motivation to actually come to Twitter. And of course, they're not here to talk, they're here to play. So 78% of total global Twitter audience play games on their mobiles. And this is a great indicator for our industry. When we ask gamers what games are they playing, we see that there's a wild concentration of gamers actually in the mid-core range that includes both moderate gaming and casual gaming. So this means that the different studios with different games can find their audience. And when we ask them what genres are they playing, so you can see that there's a wide variety of genres that kind of similar to the games that you see that are more popular and what people are actually playing in different platforms. So you might ask yourself, how do you actually connect with gamers on Twitter? So over the past year, we made huge progress to become a full funnel solution. And we want to drive performance to our advertiser while seamlessly integrating them into Twitter experience. It is our commitment to keep doing that in the upcoming years. And I don't know if you heard the news, it's going to be a much faster rate now. But let's start from the bottom line. This is what interests you. Our users are open and receptive to app discovery. 78% of the gamers on Twitter will engage with your brand ad, and 41% are likely to install your app directly from an ad. And in the world of ROI and ROAS, Twitter gamers aren't just talkers, they are also spenders, as they are 2 times more likely to spend on mobile games than non-Twitter users. We have a wide variety of native solutions to help you drive results across the funnel. We've seen strong results with our takeover products and amplify video solutions, while improving our performance products to drive app installs and retention. Let's take a deep dive into some of our leading products. The Twitter takeover is maybe the ultimate tool to launch new games and big gaming events. It maximizes your reach, allows you to celebrate your game in a 24-hour premium location in specific countries. This means a huge opportunity to actually engage with your audience, put your content where and when it matters. The Twitter Amplify actually allows you to connect with premium publishers on Twitter. And when it comes to gaming, it's never been more important to show and not just tell. And there's no better way to do it than video. And this means that you can connect your brand and borrow equity from leading gaming content from IGN, League of Legends, Fortnite, and many other partners. And this is with complete targeting and measurement. So gaming video watching is booming on Twitter. If you look at our schedule, you can see that there are major gaming events throughout the year, and also ongoing content that allows you a lot of new opportunities to connect with different audience. And we actually saw 34% increase in watch time across gaming video on Twitter. And after the audience saw your video, it's time to get them playing. We invested and rebuilt our foundation of our app installs product to actually allow you to drive performance. From video ads to multi-destination carousel, there are so many creative ways to get gaming audience downloading your app. And expect more coming in 2022 with playable ads, and we are really excited about that. The last solution I want to talk about is the secret sauce of Twitter and their influencers. Content creators love Twitter, and it allows them to essentially communicate with the entire ecosystem, from brands, gaming, fans, and of course with each other. And this also allows them to respond in real time to many main gaming events. Twitter provides a wide variety of ways to connect and maximize your influencers strategy. From increasing overall campaign awareness to improving our internal click-to-land rates and driving higher adoption for app installs for advertising, our advertising solutions are driving results to our customers. And this is our commitment to keep doing exactly that in the upcoming year. And I want to finish without a killer example, and I want to highlight DraftKings, which had probably one of the best campaigns so far on Twitter. If you don't know, DraftKings is a US-based fantasy league app that was about to relaunch right as sports returned after COVID, and used Twitter takeover, amplified video, and mobile app installs. That they saw more than 200% lift in first-time deposit, 77 lift in average first-time deposit amount, and this is like a great example of exactly what I talked about before, like taking advantage of a full funnel solution on Twitter. So just to recap, Twitter offers a full suite of ad solutions to help you grow your business and serve every phase of your marketing funnel. But that's not all. We have also a wide variety of tools for custom notification, post-install engagement, and retention. And the best part, our global team of experts can help you launch your game anywhere in the world. So just give us a shout. We are there for you. Now, let's get back to Neta to hear about the best opportunities to actually activate Twitter.
Thank you, Ilan. So how this amazing community that Ilan was just talking about, Twitter product innovation, valuable audience, and expanding full funnel solutions come together to help you grow. We drive results for our customers in two powerful ways. So one of them will be when you're launching something new, or to connect with what's happening. Let's review both of these use cases and wrap up today's presentation with a quick recap of what we shared. So launch something new and connect with what's happening. Let's start with launching something new. We know that launches have always been critical to business growth. we actually partnered with Bain & Company to research the launch experience of 100 global brands. We found that, and this is ridiculous, only 15% of brands were successful in meeting their launch KPIs. The takeout is clear. To land your launch, you need a partner that can help you break through. Helping our customers break through in this competitive context is where Twitter thrives, actually. In the same study, we found that marketers who met their launch KPI were 2.3x more likely to include Twitter in their launch mix. So let's explore why. When it's come to consumer behavior, Twitter is the best place to discover what's new. And we already touched on that today. We asked users of each platform to rate the platform for discovering trending information, and Twitter had actually the highest percentage of favorable responses. As the home of real-time global conversation, it's intuitive that we are the first place to start spread your launch message. The second powerful use case for activating on Twitter is to connect with what's happening and build cultural relevance. Our unique position as the real-time conversational layer of the internet means there isn't more relevant media environment to connect with your audience through the events, occasions, and trends they're talking about. In a hyper-connected world, how and where brand shows up are never been more important. And there is the numbers to prove it. In a study we conducted with Kantar, we saw that super strong correlation between a brand cultural relevance and its purchase intent. But our breadth of influence goes far beyond live events. From Pride to Earth Day to Saudi Day, brands across the world are building relevance by connecting with the occasion their audience cares about. Okay, so we covered a lot today, but there is a big 4 takeaways if you need to take with you. So 1, Twitter product innovation is transforming content relevancy, pioneering conversation formats, and protecting the health of people and brands. 2, we're accelerating the growth of our premium young influential audience with an ambitious growth goal for the upcoming years. So wait for it. We're continually strengthening our full funnel solution where more advertisers are driving results across a wider range of objectives. 4, and Twitter is a must buy when you need to launch something new and connect with what's happening. Put simply, Twitter means business, and we never had more confidence in our ability to grow yours. So again, thank you for joining. We will be in our virtual booth through the summit. Neta and Ilan, who are both taking care of the tech and mobile vertical, will be there and answer your questions, and they're waiting for you there. And again, have a lovely day. Thank you.